Hello, welcome to another episode of The Guido Goes Off. As always, thank you folks for watching. Let's get right into it. Starting off, it's been talked about that Daniel Bryan has been cleared by doctors to return to wrestling. There was this article in the UK Sun where it said that he had been cleared and was looking forward to getting back into wrestling. Um, Now, everyone's favorite wrestling journalist, Dave Meltzer, had on the recent Wrestling Observer podcast or show or whatever they do, he did say that he has not been cleared by WWE doctors, and that he himself wishes people would quit talking about this. We want to see Daniel Bryan wrestle. We know that he was cleared years ago. We know WWE won't let him compete, and that's why he has been sidelined. Sorry. I digress. Now, while he hasn't been cleared by WWE doctors, it's still not out of the question of Bryan wrestling again. Of course, if he were to wrestle in WWE, he would have to be cleared by WWE doctors. That's kind of how these things work. But as we know, nothing yet has come of that because, as we all know, must be this tall to be over. Yeah, like around here, I guess. I don't know. My basement isn't tall enough to show how tall you gotta be to be over in WWE. So, again, it's not that we want to see him get hurt. He's a very talented wrestler, one of the most organically over wrestlers in WWE history. Because of this, plans had to literally be changed to WrestleMania so that the fans would get the sense of what they wanted. I would like to see Bryan wrestle again. Of course, not at the cost of his health. But as we know, if it's not going to happen in WWE, he will more than likely go somewhere else. I believe his contract is up next year. I want to say the middle of next year. And so he could be, if he leaves the company, people are, they're going to be promotions like New Japan or Ring of Honor, heck, possibly even Impact if they're still in business at that time. Could still, would pay a pretty penny to see him return to a wrestling ring. So, who knows? But I'd like to be optimistic about this because, as I said, he's great talent. Love to see him wrestle. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, mark your calendars. It's been announced by WWE that the USA Network will be broadcasting an episode of Impact. Not Impact. Try this again. Plus, I get you on my calendar. Okay, Wednesday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, mark your calendar. WWE has announced that the USA Network will broadcast an episode of NXT on Wednesday, December 13th. I'm not sure of the time, but it would probably be like at 8 o'clock Eastern when they normally air it on the WWE Network. It's, nothing is set in stone with this, but what is widely speculated is that if it draws enough ratings, USA will pick up NXT. It's also widely speculated that NXT would replace 1 hour of Raw, bringing Raw back down to 2 hours, which is what a lot of people have been clamoring for, is that Raw is too long and it needs to be shortened. Well, I'd like to see NXT on USA made it more available, of course, to everyone. However, I don't know if it's, one thing. It'd be one thing if it's ratings, but it's also a lot of the reason a lot of the people get the WWE Network is for NXT, and if you're just going to give it away, subscriptions might drop. So you never know. I mean, of course, probably the takeovers would still be on the network, but again, let's see what happens. I'm probably going to record it as well. I'm sure you guys will too. And let's see what they got going on with it. It should probably be awesome. But I don't want to talk about it. No, I hate talking about it. Oh, come on. Fine, have it your way. Well, it looks like I... Oh. Ugh. She's going to bitch me out and then tell me to hold her and then bitch me out. Well, again, I have to talk about El Gasbag. Recently, El Gasbag was on Conan's Keeping It 100 podcast. Side note, apparently it was just announced that the Crash Wrestling from Mexico is no longer interested in Keeping It 100, if you catch my drift. Okay. El Gasbag was a guest, and he went on to talk about, well, the only reason anybody ever talks about him, his relationship with Paige. He did confirm that the two are no longer together. Shock of the century. We all know this like a month ago. And he went on to say that the reasons for his relationship ending, or at least what he's going to tell us, is the reasons for his relationship with Paige ending. He did say that he went on to say that it was because of their travel schedules and what have you. Because of their travel schedules, they couldn't spend time together, and also the two of them had an agreement, but things were getting said by her family or her friends, and that it was very hard for the two of them to stay together in that state. And so that's what he's saying as far as the reasons why their relationship ended.
Warning! Warning! Bullshitter alert!
As we all know, El Gasbag has a notorious history of trying to spin things into his favor, saying things to make himself look good. And this, obviously, is more of the same. As we all know, perhaps more than we should, about this relationship, and as far as her hanging out with friends and all of this was done only because he, during the relationship, only if he allowed it. We all know that her social media was almost practically dead unless he had something to promote. We all know that he drug her all over creation to help draw attention to himself. And now that she has returned to WWE, that she is getting back her career, her life, and now he's talking about, oh, it was mutual. Bullshit, she dumped your ass. She left you because you're a piece of shit, you're worthless, you're nothing, you beat her, you treated her like garbage, you dangled the carrot of marriage over her head for over a year, and you're not a very nice person. Your 2 assault charges outside the country kind of prove that. And we know you got handsy with her. So we all know basically what you're saying. And it is to play, and we all know what El Gasbag is saying, and that he is simply placating his ego, placating his wounded soul, as if he had one left. To be honest, we all know the whole time of their relationship, it was never about her. We all know the one person that El Gasbag loves is El Gasbag. Well, you can love yourself as much as you want, because she's not going to do it for you. And of course, as we can see with Anthem's issues as far as releasing high-priced talent, and I'm willing to bet, and we all know, you're the highest-priced talent they've got, and I'm not just talking in dollars and cents, that he is going to be released fairly soon. And then, of course, we're going to hear him say, oh, it was mutual. Oh, it was... You're full of shit. Sorry. He's full of shit. I don't know why. I don't know if he watches this. He's full of shit. Nothing that comes out of his mouth should be believed. It's about, like, everything out of his mouth is a promo anyway. So, go on. So, Alberto... No. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to say his name on this show ever again. El Gasbag can, as they used to say back in the day, go on with his bad self. Because no one else is... Because what he's selling, no one is buying. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of The Guido Goes Off. As always, I thank you folks for watching. What do you think of the comments and of the things I talked about on this show? Please leave me a line in the comments section below. And as always, you can talk to me via my social media. And if you haven't yet, please like this video, share it with your friends, your enemies, your dogs, your cats. Hell, I even saw a parakeet on Twitter a few days ago. Share it with that parakeet. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. I'm looking to get to 100 subs by Mania. That would be cool. So, until next time, enjoy Raw. I am the Guido, and I think we're done here.